Has Meghan Markle finally had something of a light bulb moment? Well, as ever, it's always good to share on this show, is it not? Let me explain. Hi, good morning. Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. And as ever, thank you so much for your company. Lovely to have your time. And of course, I know we're all incredibly busy, so I do appreciate the fact that you take time out of your day to watch our updated reports. And thank you, as ever, for all your lovely comments about some of our recent videos, including, of course, the divas that fall out in the world of media. Always fun, isn't it? Don't you? Don't you think? And of course, the iconic London venue that could soon be turned into something that many people over here in the United Kingdom simply don't want to happen. It's not anything negative. It's simply an historic building that could and should be put to better use. I'm sure many people will agree. Back as ever, though, to your breaking royal story of the day. This image, you know, this one, yes, absolutely, only this one, was truly the most damaging thing to come out of the Harry and Meghan Netflix docu-series. Now, as I've said to you before, I found this incredible when you think, because as executive producers, they were the people that could have stopped that going out. And, you know, anybody with an ounce of brains would have thought, actually, you know, this doesn't play well. It's just not the right scene. But according to people who were working on the show alongside them at that time via Netflix, they thought this showed a fun element, a fun side of Meghan's personality, not taking things too seriously, simply just, you know, telling the story of exactly how it happened. Of course, it proved to be disrespectful and, more importantly, very damaging when you consider that, you know, this is the way you treat your monarch of 70 years. I can understand exactly, some people might misconstrue this and say, oh, it's just a bit of fun. But we know there was a deeper meaning to that. Now, according to that very good source, it looks like both Meghan and Harry have had second thoughts. And here's where it gets interesting, because as you know, these particular streaming services can, will, and do cut out certain elements that they then decide perhaps don't suit the market. Now, I have this on very good authority that Meghan Markle would like in the next round of streaming cuts for that particular scene to be subdued, taken out, particularly the curtsying scene, would like it removed altogether. A little bit tricky, you see, because it's part of a long conversation monologue. Doesn't sit very well if you just suddenly up and out it. Now, this really she would have had power to do a couple of years ago, you know, at the very start of that Netflix journey. I've been told by a very good source, and as ever, we have to say allegedly, but it's not really for her to decide. While they're executive producers, they signed off the final edit of this particular production. You see how this works now when your power ebbs away. Now, many people obviously will understand why Meghan decided she wished to have it removed. Very discourteous, and possibly never even foresaw the backlash that was going to come her way. And boy, did it. But you could tell, could you not, on the face of Prince Harry. He knew that while she was mocking away with the curtsy, he knew what was coming, but clearly didn't have the, shall we say, guts to intervene, tell her off and say, don't be rude about my grandmother of 70 years, a life of dedicated service. You could see what he felt, though. A lot of people can. Now, of course, with the new team around Meghan, they're looking at the things that they feel could have ostracized the public from liking her. I'm going to be busy, I'm sure you'll agree. But on a more simpler note, if they can, they will, and they'd like to remove this particular scene. It's not as easy as that, though, is it? One scene, never forgotten. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.